Hello, how are you all today? Welcome to Talking Eastenders. Well, people, get very excited, get very excited, because guess what? Stacey's Key is back. Isn't that really exciting? After over a year, EastEnders showrunner Dominic Treadwell Collins wants to continue the story, the continuing saga of Stacey's mysterious key. Now, when I first saw this, I thought could be really exciting. What's it for? What's the key about? We haven't had anything about it for a very long time. Well, that's coming back. Why don't we just hand over the whole EastEnders franchise to Seth MacFarlane and he can create some kind of sitcom? Because that's what the show's begun. The whole focus of the problem is with this show now, it's certainly better than it was, but still not by a lot. And Dominic Treadwell Collins is trying to be all things to all people. You can't do that. If you watch Daredevil, it's not trying to be funny. It's trying to be character driven. It's trying to have depth. You've got a wonderful character like Foggy, who you fall in love with, and it can be light and fluffy, but he fits into that dark world, and he doesn't have to keep on juggling or cracking jokes or dating people. He fits into that franchise. And what's killed EastEnders for me is the fact that this was a dark, gritty, character driven show, a social drama to boot as well, and what the pressure that they felt by certain people to become light has killed the show, because EastEnders shouldn't be funny. EastEnders shouldn't focus too much on good looking sexy actors or relationships and sex, and that's not what EastEnders really is. And it's a shame, because EastEnders it's certainly never going to be the show that I want it to be, the show that a lot of you want it to be. It's basically, as I said last time, it literally is just to try and grab those young viewers in, and it's a shame. It's a shame that we've come to this. I have spoken to a lot of people in America, to people who love watching UK programme content in America, and I spoke to them about EastEnders, and they've told me why they can't watch the show, why they don't like it. And I've also kind of spoke to them about my crime war concept, and they've actually loved it. And they said, if you did that, if you evolved EastEnders and you were involved with it, we would watch it. And that's the key here, to get a worldwide audience and make something bigger than it is, but because it's good, not because you shove June Whitfield in and Denise Van Outen, who the girl cannot act. And they've got her in there, and it's ridiculous. They cast Denise Van Outen to get her panties off and shag Max. Well, I'm really glad that that's what they think of Denise Van Outen. That's all she's good for. But the truth of the matter is, whatever talents the lady has, it's not acting. She cannot act. It's a disgrace and it's embarrassing, as I keep on saying. But it's going to carry on. We've got June Whitfield, we've got Bonnie Langford, we've got Denise Van Outen, because after all, if we haven't got the talent to write stories and in-depth character journeys, why not just, chuck a few familiar faces, hey, just for a laugh, because we don't know what else to do. How is this show going to survive the next 20 or 25 years when there's no plan to evolve it? I love EastEnders, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to be like the Vietnamese when the Americans went to war with them. I'm not going to give up. I'm one little man against a giant, which is the BBC. And I love BBC drama, as I keep on saying. Casualty, Holby, Ordinary Life, things like that, amazing. When it comes to EastEnders, they're not getting it. They're too scared to make EastEnders and not Neighbours or Home and Away. That's not what we want to see. I understand there's an element of people who like EastEnders being soft core, and that's one of my arguments is EastEnders is being watched at the moment by the wrong people. It's attracting the wrong people. The Carters are not working. You bring in someone like Danny Dyer, and you do not play to the man's strengths. You make him a shrinking violet. You make him a family man. Now, if you write it properly and you develop it properly, that could work. But the way it's done, it doesn't work. If I came in now, I would get rid of all the Carters apart from Danny Dyer and Linda Henry. That would be really Louisa. What is it? Louisa who plays Tina? I would keep her in. I like Tina. I'll probably keep them free indefinitely. But as for the rest of them, they have to go. They're just, they're making up the numbers. The family's too big. And Dominic Treadwell Collins has tried to make the Carters his family, his Bills, his Fowlers. But while he's doing that, he's letting the rest of the thing slide. And that's the problem. Now, bringing back Kathy was genius. And I was so excited after EE Live. And I was singing the man's praises. I loved the EE Live. I loved the Who Killed Lucy resolution. And I thought we were going to go to something special. But all we've had is drag-outs. Things that I don't really get. As someone who likes to write amateurly, someone who's been watching television and film and reading books since the age of 10, and I talk to many, many people who watch the show, and they don't understand why the BBC insists that EastEnders has to be so softcore. Ever since the baby swap story, they've been like little children afraid. I admire the BBC. I think they're a fantastic organisation. I hate the fact that the Tories are trying to tear them down. But when it comes to EastEnders, it's not good enough. And as I've said a billion times before, my crime war concept would really change the show. It would take time to get used to. It would be different, but it would be a very exciting show. As I said, a modern day kind of Game of Thrones. Imagine, obviously set in the modern day. You can't imagine it unless you sat here with me and we discussed it and what I wanted to do with it. It would be very exciting. And of course the soap elements would still be there. They would be more in the background, but they would still be there. We wouldn't kill what it is to be EastEnders. But they have done that now. EastEnders is not EastEnders. It's not even a soap anymore. And when we go to when we bring things out to the outer rim a bit, you look at the soaps and they're not good enough anymore. They're stuck in their ways. They're living in the past. How they insult their public and their viewers, all of them, with the same old stories, the same old things. They never try and do anything deep. And when they do, it's finished very quickly. Soap showrunners talk about people putting soaps down and being very, very snobby. It's not about being snobby. That's them spinning it. We are not being snobby. I love the idea of a soap, but it must evolve or it's going to die. Russell T Davies last year said the same thing. Russell T Davies is obviously gay. He wants to push, more gay characters onto TV, and he admires the soaps for doing that. And he was saying they're the only ones that do it, but they won't be on the television anymore. So we have to protect soaps. We need to evolve them. We need to make them more fresh, more exciting, more bold. Not casting sexy female and male actors or pretty much models who pretty much disguise themselves as actors just because they're good looking. And everyone goes, oh, look, we've got a hottie on the show. No. It's outrageous, people. It has to change. I am not giving up. I've been shouting about this for the past few years. Nobody's listening to me. Nobody's backing me. I don't care. I will keep on fighting for the integrity of EastEnders and all soaps. They have to change. They have to be better than what they are. Because at the moment, you've got someone like Alan Sugar saying that Adam Wadditt deserves whatever he said he deserves, that award. But the point is, Adam Wadditt does deserve some kind of award for his performance as a bereaved father. But my worry is, if he gets that award, then EastEnders and the BBC will use it as, well, look, we're doing the right things. Adam Wadditt got an award. No, you're not doing the right things. We are still here in this situation, and as I keep on saying, EastEnders creatively is an absolute mess. If you want to learn how to write, you want to know how to run a show, watch EastEnders and do completely the opposite, because that's how bad the thing is right now. Who do you blame? Dominic Treadwell Collins, the BBC? It's a bit of both, isn't it? I like Dominic Treadwell Collins. He comes across as a great guy. He comes across as a very creative guy, and he comes across with some great ideas. But I don't know. It's not good enough. For me, it's not good enough. I don't know what you think. But again, I'm here complaining. I have to go now. We'll speak again. See you later.